Gentlemen, Chair recognizes gentleman from Texas, Mr. Olson, for 5 minutes.
I thank the chair. I'm going to open with a praise and Texas brag about a friend and a leader back home in Texas 22, Trent Epperson. And Trent, I should give you proper Aggie greeting. Howdy, my friend. Welcome. Trent is the assistant city manager of Pearland, Texas, as you mentioned. Pearland is the largest city in Brazoria County with over 120,000 people and growing rapidly. Trent hopes to run their $500 million capital budget in his role overseeing both the city's public works and utilities department. Trent, we're so proud of Pearland and Brazoria County's response to Hurricane Harvey. Please tell the committee how many people died in Brazoria County because of Hurricane Harvey.
There were no people that died in Brazoria County during Hurricane Harvey.
0, nada, nil, no deaths. That's amazing, despite 5 feet of rain in parts of Brazoria County. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the fun stuff, the questions. What kind of help did you get immediately after Harvey hit outside of Brazoria County? From the federal government, from the EPA, maybe from FEMA, from other states, other entities? What would you change about the storm response or lines of communication now for the next storm that's coming? We know it's coming.
As far as immediate help, I think it was mostly locals that we were able to do all of the immediate response needs. We have been working with FEMA, meeting with them on a weekly basis since then. I believe that process for the immediate needs and the debris removal and developing our damage assessments is moving forward. One of the areas where I think that moving forward we want to improve, as well as working with the feds improve, is buyout program, where it is in the past been a kind of a sporadic. When there's a disaster, we move forward with a buyout program. It occurs several months to maybe more than a year after the actual event itself. And so we see a need for accelerating that. There are people that are out of their homes right now and don't know whether to repair those homes and make those repairs because they don't know whether there's a buyout opportunity or not. So I think the ability to accelerate that and have that as an ongoing program, even when there's not a disaster that just occurred, would really help from a local perspective.
Anything else you wish from Washington, what we could do better to help you guys get through that? Because you guys were awesome, but we can help you, I think, a lot more, much quicker. I mean, it just seemed like over and over, people call me up, I can't get somebody to come out to my house to look at my house and assess the damage. For example, Pearland had 4 large dump trucks going that heavy water. 3 were flooded out. You're down to 1 dump truck. And so I guess, we're trying to get resources to you. Anything we can improve on here in DC, because y'all did great, but we want you to do better. We can help, I think.
Yes, sir, I think any of those resources would help.
Previous panel, Trent talked about planning scenarios with TCEQ and EPA. Has Pearland been involved in any of those? Have you been involved at that level, planning for another hurricane like Harvey? Have you been involved in that, or are you sort of outside looking in?
We work, with our local county emergency management, as well as with the Texas Department of Emergency Management, but we haven't had any direct contact or work with those folks preparing for an emergency.
Have you had just your plans for an 800-year flood as opposed to a 500-year flood or a 100-year flood? I mean, how much have you adapted to what happened in August with Hurricane Harvey?
I think the big thing we've recognized is that our newer infrastructure designed to current standards fared very well, even with the unprecedented flooding, and that it's our areas that have been there for many decades, that were designed to other standards or before standards were in place, that were mostly affected, and that those are the areas we want to concentrate on for future drainage improvement projects, as well as other resiliency projects to make sure that those areas also are able to withstand the same type of flooding. Of greatest importance to that is the Clear Creek project, which is a project sponsored by the Harris County Flood Control District, and I believe that project has been submitted for federal funding to move forward after this event.
I'm out of time, and I want to say, Giga, my friend, thank you.
Gig'em, thank you.
All right.